What the hell are you doing? Put that weapon down now.
Just as the man pulled the trigger, the bullet failed to fire as expected. The reason he dared to point a gun at a high-ranking military officer inside the White House was to clear his own name. As a member of an elite special forces unit, Bob would replace the firing pin with a shorter one every time he maintained his weapons. Aside from Bob himself, even professional equipment would have a hard time detecting it. This habit precisely proves that he could never be the assassin who killed the president. The clues he found showed that all the evidence pointed to the colonel sitting beside him. However, the colonel seemed completely unfazed by the accusations. He firmly believed he had already erased every trace. Unexpectedly, someone suddenly brought out a set of photos, clearly recording the atrocities the colonel had committed in Africa. But even with such solid evidence in front of him, the colonel remained calm. Even the chief prosecutor was shocked by his madness. But this was not an international court, and with these pieces of evidence alone, they could not bring him to justice. They could only watch helplessly as the colonel arrogantly walked away in front of everyone. Since the legal route was not going to work, the prosecutor simply gave a secret order.
And justice does not always prevail, even though sometimes that's exactly what's needed.
It turned out that the reason Bob had been framed was because the colonel had come to him earlier. He brought a Congressional Medal of Honor, the nation's highest honor, along with a mission Bob could not refuse. Through intercepted encrypted communications, they learned that someone was planning an assassination from 3,000 meters away. Facing a top-level sniper like that, they needed Bob to rejoin the fight so he could predict where the assassin might appear in advance. But Bob had already lost all faith in them and had no intention of returning to the battlefield. However, the colonel had come prepared. He used Bob's duty as a soldier and his sense of social responsibility to easily stir up his patriotism. Before the colonel left, Bob took a photo of the vehicle's engine number, and this cautious move later became the key to his comeback. After that, he took out the sniper rifle he had not used in a long time and placed a can on the other side of the valley to test whether he could hit the target from 3,000 meters away. With a gunshot, the can shattered, proving that a long-range assassination was possible. But after being betrayed 3 years earlier, Bob had to be careful with everything he did. Before leaving, he deliberately removed the firing pin from the sniper rifle, and this later became his trump card for turning the situation around. After leaving Bruce in the care of a friend, Bob flew to the city where the president was about to give a speech. Using his experience as a professional sniper, he inspected the venues in 3 different cities and finally concluded that only one city had the conditions for a long-range sniper attack. Baltimore's narrow streets would affect the airflow. Washington's dense buildings would limit the shooting space. From the killer's point of view, Philadelphia was without a doubt the only feasible location for the assassination. There were as many as 6 unobstructed shooting positions, and every one of them was within effective range. The colonel highly praised Bob's analysis and used the opportunity to suggest that Bob take a position at the command post to oversee the operation.